Hello, chocolatiers. I figured right before Ghostbusters comes out later on this week, it would be good to go in and get out another review. And so, about like 3 weeks ago now, I watched a movie called Code 8 Part 2. Now, if you don't know, Code 8 is a movie that came out, I think, around 2015, maybe 2016. Basically, it stars Stephen Amell and his cousin Robbie Amell, and these two get entangled and do some stuff, and it involves superpowers, and it was very good. I remember getting it on DVD. I was kind of confused. I saw it at Walmart, I remember, and I was like, man, I said, this movie looks interesting. I like Robbie Amell, I like Stephen Amell, because at the time Green Arrow was, banging on CW. And so I remember I got it, and I was like, wow. I was like, this movie's pretty good. Like, it's not 10 out of 10, but it was very good, very unique. I liked the story, liked the world, like what was going on. And then I started researching into it, found out it was based on a short film created by the same director and starring Robbie Amell. And so now here we are, 2024. I get on Netflix. I don't even remember what I was going to watch. And I remember Code 8 Part 2 was on there. And I was so confused. So confused, okay? This is why I hate streaming services. There's absolutely no marketing for this film. I'm also confused too because I know the first one came out to DVD and like I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. Actually, it's on Netflix now. But I was just kind of confused to based on the way the first one ended, it's like, okay, we got a part two. Hyped, it's got the same people up in it. But I was just also kind of confused because I heard rumors a couple years ago they were going to make a part two. But once again, no ads. This is like a Netflix-only movie. It only came out to Netflix. It's not like it had a DVD release like the first one. And so it's just only a Netflix movie, and like they just didn't talk about it. So that's crazy. And so I played it, as you would, being a fan of the first one. And these are my thoughts. So I really like the character still. I think for me, with Stephen Amell's character, I really think that they not necessarily nerf him. Nerf is the wrong word because like their powers are still great in the movie. It's just they nerf his personality. So he's like a prick in the first one, but based on how the first one ends, without spoilers, because you do need to go see the first one. I think the first one's still a great movie. It's like they kind of just regress. It's like they do all this build up in part one, and then here we are in part two, and it's like we're kind of starting over. They throw in some new characters that really don't like. They have this little girl that Robbie Amell has to end up protecting. And I don't know. Like, it's a good movie. It's not like it was bad. Like, there's other trash on Netflix. But I don't know. Like, it's one of these movies where it felt like it didn't need to be made, especially the way it ends, because it kind of sets up for the future. Maybe they can make a part three. But, like, I just feel like with a movie like that, where you have superpowers, you go bigger and better in scale. And I just feel like they kind of nerfed everything. Like, the powers get shown 2 or 3 times in the movie. Movie's like almost 2 hours, I think, or it's right at 2 hours. And you barely see Robbie Amell use his little lightning powers. I don't know if it's because the budget or whatever. Like, he does it once at the beginning and then, a few times throughout the rest of the film. And I don't know. Like, now that it's been weeks since I saw it, I remember when I first watched it a couple weeks ago, I was like, man, this is awesome. But I don't know. Like, I was kind of let down. Especially if you've seen the first part, it's just not super hype. Like, you watch this one and it's talking about somebody else, and the main character's pretty much this girl, and then you see where everybody else ended from the first one. You're kind of like, oh, it just was not hitting like it should have. So I would go say don't waste your money on this one. But if you're a fan of the first one and you have Netflix, I'm like, there's no point in not watching it. Like, might as well. But just for me, I just really hope if this is successful, because I hope it is. But anyways, that's enough for that little rant. I don't know. I just kind of hate that it was okay. And with that, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe for more. Okay, we're going to be reviewing a bunch of movies coming soon. Sydney Sweeney's Immaculate is coming out this weekend, and so is Ghostbusters. So our reviews up of those on the channel. So stick around and get chocolatized. God.